See, Springer's delayed departure was a tough break for crews here, but it gave biologists in her new home a chance to make sure they're ready when the little orca finally does get home. KOMO's Kevin Reese joins us live from Telegraph Cove on Vancouver Island. I bet it's just gorgeous there today, Kevin.
It certainly is, as you can see, and from this picturesque spot here at Telegraph Cove on Vancouver Island, what you can see behind me are the waters of Johnstone Strait, and the very first island you see over there is Hansen Island. On the other side of that is Dong Chong Bay, where Springer will be held temporarily. And some of the good news here is that this does give them extra time to get ready and an extra day to confirm what they did today, that her family is already here. First, let's show you Telegraph Cove, a small fishing and whale watching village that will be filled with boats tomorrow. Another day of tourist traffic, good for them. Also, a quick trip to Hansen Island and Dong Chong Bay, where the Canadian Department of Fisheries and Oceans is guarding the net pen. Divers checked it out again today, and the first load of fish was dropped in, salmon caught by local native fishermen. And also to Craycraft Point, a famous orca research station just a few miles away, where they both saw and acoustically identified the A11s, basically Springer's cousins, one of two pods in Johnstone Strait that Springer could eventually be released to.
And now, months later, after forming all these groups to help fund it and working with NIMS, which has not always been easy, and DFO, people on both sides of the border, it's like delivering a baby, and we're about ready to pass out cigars. So we're all very, very excited. This is great.
I still can't believe it. And also, what is great for them, as you can see, the weather here has been perfect, and they expect that to continue tomorrow, so it will be another day of what they call a orca paradise here on this side of Vancouver Island. And everyone is just using this time to get ready, make sure everything is in place. And as I said, for the people here at Telegraph Cove, as you saw in those pictures, an extra day for them to enjoy this sudden attention from the media and from everybody else expected to be here tomorrow to witness this historic event of Springer finally returning home. Live at Telegraph Cove on Vancouver Island, Kevin Reese, KOMO 4 News.
Yeah, and we want your assignment today, too. What a gorgeous spot to be, Kevin. Thanks very much. We'll have
We don't mind staying.
Yeah, all right, thank you. We'll have live coverage of tomorrow's big move. When you wake up tomorrow morning, we invite you to tune in to KOMO 4 News to watch. Our coverage begins at 6 a.m. and then join us in the afternoon at 5, 6:30, and 11, and we'll wrap up and tell you how it all goes. Coming up, some big changes just in the forecast for this weekend. Steve Poole will have the details at 11, and a new itinerary for Springer the Wayward Whale, and how our neighbors to the north are prepping for her return home. Springer's delayed departure gave biologists in her new home a chance to make sure they're ready for the little whale. KOMO's Kevin Reese has more from the northern end of Vancouver Island.
How'd you guys do out there?
An extra day is a good day for tiny Telegraph Cove. This fishing and whale watching marina is well off the beaten path.
Tides will run through here at about 6 knots.
And Charter Captain Roy Graham knows it means an extra day of tourist and media money.
Well, I look at the economic benefit that's bringing to our community.
Whale watchers see their own benefits too. Nancy Woodman drove here all the way from Polsbo.
It's a beautiful part of the world to be waiting in.
Beautiful, yes, but with the only negative, another 24 hours of painful anticipation of Springer's return. On the positive side, they've now had an extra day to make sure everything is in place and the net pin is ready here at Dong Chong Bay. And so tomorrow they hope that Springer will finally be able to come home. And when she does, she already has company. Researchers at Craycraft Point, the orca lookout station on Johnstone Strait, found one of the A pods Friday. The A11s, basically Springer's cousins. And they confirmed acoustically that there is a vocal connection and that this is one of the subgroups Springer might be able to join.
The fact that they just showed up on the day that we announced that we're going to bring her up here is very karmic, very kind of magical for a lot of us, and it's a key element. So having the pods, having her close relatives here at the time when she's going to be coming up here, it's great timing.
Timing, they hope, goes off without a hitch on Saturday. At Telegraph Cove on Vancouver Island, Kevin Reese, KOMO 4 News.
And you can count on KOMO 4 News to bring you Springer's return home live on the air starting at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. We'll also have updates on our news and online at KOMOTV.com. Springer's delayed departure was a tough break for crews here, but it did give biologists in Canada a chance to make sure they're ready as well when the Orca finally does arrive home. KOMO's Kevin Reese is live in Telegraph Cove on beautiful Vancouver Island. Kevin?
Yes, and that wait has been disappointing for some people here, but it's actually been good, this extra wait, for most people involved. Humpback whales were spotted here in Johnstone Strait earlier today. That's what some people tell us. Also that Dall's porpoise, we saw them very close to shore. And researchers saw one of the apods, basically Springer's family, very close to here. So this extra day has helped everything at Hansen Island, what you're looking at now, Springer's eventual new home, fall perfectly into place. Roy Graham, a boat charter captain at Telegraph Cove, doesn't mind this extra day's wait. He knows that extra day will be good for him.
I look at the economic benefit that's bringing to our community. And things have been a little depressed up here in the last couple of years. May I mention softwood lumber tariff?
Yes, sir. It has also been good for keepers at Springer's new temporary home at Hansen Island. Divers double-checked the anchor lines today, and the first load of fresh salmon was dropped in. Salmon caught by local native fishermen. And at Craycraft Point, a famous orca research station, they confirmed today that Springer's family is already here. The A11s, basically Springer's cousins, came within just a few miles of the net pen and were acoustically identified as one of the two pods that Springer could be released to join.
And now, months later, after forming all these groups to help fund it and working with NIMS, which has not always been easy, and DFO, people on both sides of the border, it's like delivering a baby, and we're about ready to pass out cigars. So we're all very, very excited. This is great.
I still can't believe it. Also great, the weather continues to be great here, and they tell us that even though the A-pod, one of them, the A11s, has been seen here, that the window of opportunity is still very good. They expect that pod and another group of A-pod to be in this area for quite some time, and they're really itching to get Springer up here. They think the timing is perfect, and they hope that this all does go off without a hitch sometime tomorrow afternoon. Live at Telegraph Cove on Vancouver Island, Kevin Reese, KOMO 4 News.
Okay, Kevin, it looks wonderful up there, and I hope Springer likes that nice weather they're having.
We'll keep you updated on the big move tomorrow. Look for live reports in our morning news beginning at 6 a.m. We'll have complete coverage tomorrow night, too, at 5, 6:30, and 11. You can also look for any new developments online at our website, komotv.com.